Red Bull's very own Dr. Helmut Marko is publicly humiliating Toto Wolff after his beloved Lewis Hamilton left him for another. In a whirlwind of Formula One drama, Mercedes finds itself grappling with the bombshell announcement of Hamilton's departure to Ferrari. Marko wasted no time in taking a shot at Toto, firing back after the Austrian boldly declared last season that nothing could wedge between him and his star driver. As Hamilton mulled over his future, both the racing maestro and his team principal stood firm, confidently asserting that it was merely a matter of time and strategic maneuvering to iron out the details. Despite initial assurances from Wolff that a deal was imminent, negotiations dragged on until August, catching many by surprise. Wolff had confidently hinted before the season's opening race that an agreement was in the pipeline. Eventually, a sigh of relief echoed through the Formula One community as news broke of a new 2-year contract. Wolff brushed off any doubts, stating that it was quote-unquote always a formality that Hamilton would remain with the team. In a surprising twist 6 months later, what was once deemed a mere formality has taken a sharp turn. Hamilton dropped a bombshell on Wolff, indicating his decision to exercise the option to depart after just 1 year of the previously agreed-upon 2-year deal. His destination? None other than Ferrari, set to rev up for the 2025 season. Amidst the uproar, Marko couldn't resist adding fuel to the fire, unable to contain his reaction to the seismic shift in Formula One dynamics. In an interview with OE24, the Red Bull Motorsport boss was confronted with Wolff's previous assertion that he and Hamilton were so tight-knit that not even a piece of paper could wedge between them. Without hesitation, he delivered a cutting response. Marko said, "But a Ferrari contract would." What's worse is that Marko is convinced that Hamilton's new partnership spells the end for the Silver Arrows. "I see it as weakening Mercedes," he said. "Whether it strengthens Ferrari remains to be seen. Overall, this has an incredible impact, right down to the stock market prices. It's great that something is happening." Marko admits that, much like many in and out of the F1 paddock, this move caught him off guard. He can't help but wonder what might have happened between Hamilton and Mercedes that didn't quite sit well with the 7-time world champion. "That completely surprised me too, a sporting sensation, especially the timing. One wonders how this came about. Mercedes was overtaken by Ferrari in the second half of 2023, and McLaren was also faster. Maybe Hamilton noticed something that the outside world doesn't yet know. For Red Bull, the entirety of Formula One, and even Netflix, there's a silver lining in Hamilton's situation. He'll have to complete a full season with Mercedes before donning the iconic Maranello red." He said, "That's true. Normally, in a situation like this, your mind is already more focused on the new team. The current team cannot let him take part in any serious innovations, because he would of course take them with him. The whole thing is excellent for sports, better than Netflix." Marko revealed that Max Verstappen was amused by the news of Lewis Hamilton's upcoming move to Ferrari. Yet despite this initial reaction, Verstappen has expressed his support for Hamilton's decision. When pressed for Verstappen's immediate response to the Hamilton to Ferrari bombshell, Marko answered, saying, "He was just amused." Verstappen has taken the opportunity to expand on his thoughts regarding Hamilton's move to Ferrari in subsequent media interviews. While emphasizing the opaque nature of internal discussions between Hamilton, Mercedes, and Ferrari, Verstappen asserts that Hamilton's decision to embark on this new chapter with Ferrari aligns with his personal motivations. With Hamilton's name often swirling in Ferrari rumors throughout his career, the 7-time world champion has finally declared that he'll be fulfilling a childhood dream by donning the iconic Ferrari red. Addressing Hamilton's impending switch to Ferrari during the unveiling of Red Bull's F1 2024 Challenger, the RB20, Verstappen shared his opinion. "I mean, at the end of the day, if someone wants to drive for Ferrari, and especially someone like Lewis, having achieved so much, if that's his dream and goal, and again, we don't know the talks that they had at Mercedes and Ferrari, what his big goal is, what they think is coming, so you can't give an honest assessment from our side why you made that decision. But if he is happy with that move, then you should go. I think it will look cool, and of course, I hope for them that it's going to be a success." As Ferrari secures the coveted signature of Lewis Hamilton, Hans-Joachim Stuck issues a cautionary message to Carlos Sainz, advising him to tread carefully in his last showdown with Charles Leclerc. Stuck emphasizes the importance for Sainz to avoid undermining himself in the final teammate clash. With this year marking Sainz's 4th and final season with Ferrari, the Spaniard emerges as the unexpected casualty in the wake of Hamilton's surprising switch to the Prancing Horse stable. Just days following the confirmation of Leclerc's contract extension, Ferrari dropped the bombshell that it would be Hamilton, not Sainz, who would line up alongside him as his teammate for the 2025 season. With the early announcement shaking up the grid, Sainz and Hamilton now face the prospect of navigating a final season with their respective teams. For Sainz, this also means embarking on the hunt for a new job. While he may be eager to demonstrate his prowess by challenging Leclerc for a win, former F1 driver Stuck has cautioned him to prioritize adhering to team orders. Stuck emphasized the importance of not alienating potential future employers during an interview with Eurosport. "I think Sainz is a professional who behaves in his last year at Ferrari as expected of him. If he and Leclerc were fighting for victory, and the team imposed an order for Leclerc to stay ahead due to the World Championship situation, I think Sainz would certainly stick to it. If he doesn't do that, he would be doing himself a disservice for future negotiations. Then, it is quickly said that he has no discipline. He has to be careful, but he will do that 100%. While Stuck advises Sainz to heed Ferrari's team directives, it doesn't preclude him from asserting himself and potentially emerging as the lead driver within the team. Despite currently trailing Leclerc in their head-to-head battle 2-1, Sainz has proven to be a formidable contender, securing 2 Grand Prix victories in Ferrari's iconic red. Stuck remains confident that Sainz's talent will secure him a race seat for the 2025 season without much delay. "Personally, I think it's a shame that Sainz has to leave Ferrari, because I think he's a great driver," he added. "If a team gets someone like Sainz on board, they can count themselves lucky. Given his level, he has to be put on an equal footing with drivers like Leclerc. Therefore, he will find his way. The only question is, which racing team will have a place available for him?" Expecting an electrifying showdown between the Ferrari teammates, Stuck is getting his popcorn ready for a thrilling spectacle on the track. "Sainz needs a nice calling card, which is why he will take on Leclerc again this season," he said. "This is going to be exciting." With Lewis Hamilton gearing up for his final season with Mercedes, Sky F1 presenter Simon Lazenby hinted at the debt of gratitude owed to the British racing icon by the Brackley-based outfit. Lazenby pointed towards the unparalleled success the team has enjoyed since the advent of the hybrid era in Formula One back in 2014. Since his partnership with Mercedes began in 2013, Hamilton has clinched an impressive 6 championships and notched up 82 race wins to date. These victories amount to a staggering 2/3 of the team's overall triumphs in the past decade, solidifying their collaboration as the most successful partnership in Formula One history. Lazenby suggests that Hamilton has been one of the best things to happen to Mercedes, and he doesn't discount the possibility of another championship win this year if the team provides him with a competitive car. Speaking on the Sky F1 podcast, he said, "I think the thing is with Lewis, it's an exceptional case, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's Lewis, and Lewis has brought everything to Mercedes. Therefore, they kind of do owe him a little bit. I think they owe him everything, really. And they probably owe him the respect that he deserves to treat him like the great champion that he is for the time that he has remaining at Mercedes. I don't think it's going to be anything to do with that. It's about he'll get through the season. He'll know early on whether he's got a car to compete for the championship, and I think that could be the key. If he does, they'll have to rally around whoever's the best driver again. What do you think? Are Helmut Marko's comments about Lewis Hamilton's departure uncalled for? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for the hottest F1 news.